A look at what's going on outside right now. It all depends on where you are, right? And that's been the theme of this storm. But I did just pull up one of our elevated traffic cameras and saw a couple of flakes mixing in. They're not really reaching the ground in Philadelphia yet, but we're starting to see that colder air. Right now, just rain in the city. But look at Bethlehem. The roads are covered, snow covered and slushy. The Poconos, it is completely snowing out of its mind right now and continues there. Ocean City, very, very wet, and the wind's picking up there as well. This storm really rapidly intensifying offshore. Enough so that we've had reports of lightning and thunder just off the coast, the Hampton Roads area of Virginia, and this will be tracking right along the eastern seaboard. Cold air crashing in behind it, and you can see that changeover just poised to happen. We've got a little sleet falling right now across portions of the northwest suburbs. If you feel those little pellets that kind of sting your cheek or kind of bounce off your windshield, that is some sleet, and we're starting to see that snow try to push southward. But look how heavily it's raining as well. Can't discount the heavy rain. Even if it's not snow, it is very slow outside. The heavy snow continues along I-78 and 22 up in the Lehigh Valley, and we're starting to get some snow totals in. We've had a couple of reports here over parts of Carbon County and into Northampton County. Right here in Carbon County, 4.5 inches of snow, 3.5 reported in Bangor and Northampton County in the higher elevations, but that came down very, very quickly. Temperatures right now, you can see the cold air is starting to move in. We're above freezing, but just barely in Philadelphia. And it can snow when the surface temp is above freezing, because if it's cold enough aloft, it'll fall as snow. And if it falls heavily enough, it will accumulate, even if ground temperatures are above the freezing mark. So here's 7 a.m. and I think this is really going to be our big transition time as we see that changeover from heavy rain to heavy snow right along I-95. It's still snowing heavily up and down the northeast extension. South and east, we've got that transition to sleet happening at 7, and then between 7 and 10, that's when some of the worst of the conditions will happen. So your commute tracker for this morning, the morning commute, you want to be off the roads if possible. Rain to heavy snow, we're giving you all red lights there. The evening commute looks a whole lot different. We may even see some sun out, and the roads should just be wet as the big meltdown begins. But again, we're looking at 2 to 4 inches from the city on north and west, 4 to 8 in a wide swath across the Lehigh Valley and north and west suburbs, and upwards of 8 in parts of the Poconos. Tomorrow's just cold and windy for your Valentine's Day, but then a quiet stretch heading into the President's Day weekend.